Hello and welcome to the Delegated Admin demo. This video is designed to correspond with a blog post that covers the same topic written by me, and it is available on the Backstage forums. So this quick overview is going to show how I have put together the products in a way that is outlined in the same manner that the blog post covers, which is to say it has three main parts. There's the use of OpenAM, of IG, and of IDM. And each of those have a very important role to play in this delegated admin model. And I want to give a little quick overview of how I've put them together in this example configuration that really shows that all this really does work and provides some very exciting use cases. So first I want to log in to the AM admin console, which I can jump over here too. And so this is all pretty standard out of the box, AM admin UI. The thing that is particularly important for the delegated admin use case is that when you go and look under the authorization policy sets, there is a new entry for OpenIDM. This is the set of all the REST endpoints that can be regulated by the AM policy engine and is enforced by the IG filtering logic. And they all apply to the IDM REST endpoint. So exactly the way I've outlined them in the blog post. So in this case, I've pre-configured policies for each one of the standard out-of-the-box REST endpoints that our UIs issue. So you can expect that the out-of-the-box UI that IDM provides will work with these particular policies in place. And in addition to the out-of-the-box UI, the same one that you would see if you just installed IDM by itself, there are a few extra policies in here that I've defined that are specifically for delegated administrators. And just to show you how IDM currently looks, I'm just going to pop over to another tab as AM admin. And here, this is the IDM admin UI. Again, stock admin UI. There are three users. The only thing that I've changed here is that I've added an organization name attribute to distinguish groups of users. And this is, again, corresponds to the scoping data section of the blog post. But basically, this attribute will be used for scoping purposes. And so to show you how that would work, first let's add a role to Barbara Jensen here. So I've defined a new role called Delegated Admin and given it to Barbara. Now I'm going to go over here to this other window and log in as Barbara, show you what she sees when she hits the IDM page. First, she sees that she has an admin view option available to her now, which ordinary users do not have. So she clicks on that and she can log into the admin view, the admin UI, and you can see that she has a subset of data available to her as compared to what a full admin would see. So again, if we go back over here to the AM admin, you can see this is what a full set of navigation looks like. And on this side, she only has access to the user section. She only has access to the user section because there's a policy in here that says delegated admin query users. In this case is what I've called it. And this policy says that delegated admins can query manage users, but there's no such entry for any of the other manage object types, so naturally she doesn't have that option shown to her. Now when I click on this, I can see only those users that are part of her organization. This goes back to, like I was saying before, the scoping concept. Basically, there's a filter in IG that looks for the attribute organization name and uses that to construct a query that filters the response data that is seen when a delegated admin goes and logs in and performs certain REST operations such as querying manage users. That's why we only see users that are part of Barbara's organization and not the third user, which, as we can see from over here, there's another that's part of a different organization. We can even change that, in fact, to show you the difference. If I do make this user part of that same organization and reload the grid, there it is. So it's clearly based exclusively on that organization name computation. Now, if I go and click on one of these users as Barbara, as a delegated admin, you can see that Barbara can only do a few things for John here. One, she can alter the description, and the way I've configured it, she can actually trigger an email password reset process. And so that's pretty basic. That's pretty powerful, though, the fact that such a specific and precise set of features are available to this delegated admin role. You can see how that plays out if I go back over to the policy engine and alter the policy to grant a new field. So here's a policy in AM that says authenticated users who have a delegated admin role are allowed to patch, meaning change, certain fields. The description currently is the only one that's specified on the managed user, but only for those managed users that are part of the same organization. So that's what this whole policy says, basically, if you want to read it in English. Now, we can expand on that by adding a new field in this list. For example, city. Okay, now what this is saying is that city, just like description, should be editable by any delegated admin, as long as the user is in the same organization as the admin. So I'm going to refresh the page, and now city is editable, just like that. And of course we can change it. You can see that it does actually work. Everything was saved, and voila, there it is. So here you can see the real power of being able to express in the OpenAM policy engine rules about what people can do in IDM. And the enforcement of those rules are being done by a process that doesn't have the UI that these other two products do, which is IG. Basically, IG is sitting in front of IDM, and that's the thing that's actually regulating the access to the various IDM APIs. So it's a very powerful model, and you can use this to apply to a lot of different situations, not just a simple one like organization scoping, but many different combinations of use cases. So hopefully that helps clarify some of the things we talk about in the blog, and feel free to email us if you have any further questions. Thanks.